Hello, dog lover. My name is Saro. I'm a dog trainer, also coach dog owners. Welcome to another live session. Hope you're doing well. And on this live session, I'm going to answer your dog related questions, and we're going to talk about all about dogs and everything that you need to know about dogs. And also, I'll update you about some of the upcoming things that are happening on the channel. If you have any questions, please type in your questions in the chat area. Make sure to mention your dog's breed, age, and sex as well. That way, I can have more information regarding the question that you have. Um, First of all, if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon as well so you will get notified as soon as I post my next video or if I go live. On this channel, we talk about dog training without the use of treats, food, aversive tools, force, or domination. Instead, we focus on learning and practicing and training our dogs using a natural form of reward, which is play and praise as a reward system. So, play and praise are two of the most natural things that dogs love and are born with, and we can use that or those, one of those or both of them actually, to reward our dogs instead of food or treats. What that means is dogs, unlike the fact that you know that dogs are motivated by food, they're not motivated only with food. Yes, food is part of it, but treats or food are not the main motivators of dogs. Motivators of dogs are the interaction that they get from the other being, whether it's another dog or another human or another cat or anything that can be. They value the interaction more than anything else. The interaction is the reward that they get. So what that means is if they are rewarded by, let's say, you saying good boy or good girl, that is 100% or 100 times more valuable than piece of treat or food. If, for example, you interact with your dog and you play with your dog, that is 100 times more valuable than a piece of food or treats. If you pet your dog and physically you're petting your dog or you praise your dog verbally as well, that is 100% more valuable than food or treats. And understanding this itself makes you and bring and helps you to achieve a different level of relationship with your dog, achieve better understanding of your dog and how to interact and connect and communicate with your dog overall. So that is the benefit of training dogs without the use of treats and using play and praise as a reward system. So if those interest you and makes you understand your dog better and you want to learn more about this concept, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow I am going to be posting a new video on my channel after I would say a month or two would be uh, a new video that I'm going to show you how to train your dog at home. So stay tuned, and again, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you will get notified as soon as that video goes on. In upcoming videos are also a video about how to train your beagle to listen to you. What do you do in order for your beagle to listen to you? So lots of interesting things are coming. I have an interview also coming with somebody who's very interesting. He's a researcher and he has done some studies and research about street dogs. He has gained a lot of information and insight about dogs overall, and he transforms those information into dog training as well. So I have that interview as well coming. So a lot of interesting and exciting thing going to happen in the channel starting today. So stay tuned. Yep. So let me talk to you about one more thing that I think I always like to remind dog owners about having uh, this option available to their dogs. This is something that many dog owners they don't focus on, and I always have to remind dog owners, if you want to have a dog who is well behaved, is healthy and happy, and he listens to you and obeys you, and if you have a dog who's not listening to you, is not obeying you, is not doing what you want, and is driving you crazy, is mainly because you are not probably providing your dog's daily five essential needs. And a dog's daily essential needs is very different than humans. Humans need a lot of things. Humans need a lot of objects and things and stuff in order to be healthy and happy and sometimes live a good life. But in other words, dogs, they don't need those stuff. They are more natural animals, I would say. They're connected more to nature. So when they are connected to nature, they require different things than humans. Humans are very detached from nature, unfortunately, but dogs are very attached, yet still, to nature. So we can connect with them in a different level and understand that their needs are different than what you think or what we think they have. Their needs are basically five things. If you provide these five things for your dogs, you will have a good, decent dog that you can live with. And those are exercise, training, socialization, care, and affection. And you have to provide them in that order. If you provide them in that order, you would have a dog who's going to be healthier and happier. So, exercise creates that physical health and stimulation. Training provides that mental health and stimulation. Socialization provides that social health and stimulation. Care provides that physiological need of a dog and makes them happy and healthy. And affection is a emotional uh, stimulation and keeps them healthy by being loved and share love with you as well. But you have to provide them in this order, and you have to provide them on daily basis, so your dog will be healthy, happy, and well behaved. So I, for example, myself, I always focus on how can I put some time aside so I can exercise my dogs, whether it's half an hour, whether it's an hour. How can I put time aside to exercise my dog physically and mentally? Mentally is also, I try to provide a little bit of mental stimulation for my dog, which is training. Training is not just to teach the dog, the obedience and this and that. It's just giving them some mental stimulation, whether it's sniffing, whether it's solving a puzzle, whether it's learning how to or perfecting how to sit and stay for a longer time. All these things are training. I allow my dogs to be socializing with the nature, the surroundings, the people, the animals, the other dogs every day, as much as many often time I can provide that opportunity for my dogs to socialize. I provide that as well, and I provide the best care that I can afford and I can provide. And for example, I choose to feed my dogs raw diet, which is the best diet that is working for them. And I highly suggest other dog owners to follow as well. Uh, I provide the best care. I don't vaccinate my dogs annually. I try to go as holistic as I can with my dogs, and I provide a good care for my dogs. And I share a lot of affection with my dogs as well, too much in a way. But the reason I share a lot of affection with my dogs is because I do provide a lot of exercise, training, socialization, and proper care. So if I've done that, those four things at least, then me and my dogs deserve to share affection. So if you are not providing proper exercise, training, socialization, and proper care for your dog, you may want to consider sharing affection before you do. Because if you're only focused on sharing affection, then the formula doesn't work. You have to kind of follow the formula, which is again providing all these five essential needs on daily basis and in that order. I hope that made sense. We only have one viewer, one commenter at the moment, uh, Gianfranco Mascayano. Thank you. Thanks for doing this, Saro. You are one of the best out there. Oh, thank you very much. That very appreciated. Appreciated for coming live today and joining the live show. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we're going to end the live session now because there are not many viewers. I am trying to go live on different time zones, different times, different days to see, first of all, which one works the best. And second of all, uh, to be able to help everybody all around the world, different time zones. Maybe this is not a very popular time zone. All right. Okay. So there seems like there are no questions. So we're going to end the live session now. And until next time.
Gianfranco has a question.
Gianfranco has a question.
Says, I actually do have a question.
All right. What is it? Your question? Okay.
My
10 months old husky just ate a piece of couch. Only second time since a puppy. What would be a good way to correct, react, not react, or shaping myself to avoid this in the future? Thank you. So, huskies are one of those breeds that definitely will benefit from the formula that I just shared. This is something that, uh, especially if you have a husky, that you need to do this. You need to focus on providing this formula: exercise, training, socialization, care, and then affection. And you're following up with saying he eats well, exercises a lot, etc. Okay, so the thing is with this type of breed, even though I'm suggesting to do exercise a lot, provide exercise, I don't mean to exercise a lot. Many dog owners, when we say to exercise their dog, they over exercise their dog. So what I mean by over exercising is doing more than 45 minutes a day. I would say any exercise, any type of exercise, more than 45 minutes is too much. Anything under than, I would say, half an hour is too little. 20 minutes is too little. So it's good to focus on providing good amount of exercise for any breed, any dog, especially if you have a husky. Huskies have been bred to do certain tasks. They were originally designed to, work in cold climates, for example, and then they decided to use them as sled dogs to pull the sled. So it doesn't mean that even though they have been bred for that, I don't agree with overworking them just because they are sled dogs and you need to let them work all day long. Um, if a sled dog is living as a sled dog, you know what I mean? If a husky is living as a sled dog and that's all it does, then that's the life of that dog. But if a husky is living as a pet dog, you have to allow it to live as a pet dog. A husky whose life is to be sled dog is living for that purpose. And whether it's right or wrong, it's something that human has to select or choose to allow the dog to do that or not. I personally, I wouldn't. But if I have a husky as a pet, I have to be very careful about amount of exercise that I'm providing. If you provide too much exercise for your husky, you would cause it to become over exercised and overstimulated, which causes a lot of other behavioral issues to develop. What that means is basically they don't learn to slow down. And when they don't learn to slow down, they are always on the move. And when they are always on the move, they need to do something. So they go towards the couch and they start destroying the couch or the wall or the wires or dig a hole in the yard, or all kinds of behavioral issues starts to develop. That's because dog owners, they don't provide the right amount of exercise for that dog. So the right amount of exercise for a husky, for example, in my opinion, would be at least 45 minutes of or an hour maximum of exercise. That means going for a walk, playing with other dogs, you playing with your dog for an hour a day. You can divide it into half an hours, or you can do it in 1 hour setting. Other than that, your husky puppy has to learn to calm down and relax and pay attention to what you are going to provide for that dog. If you're saying go to lie down, the puppy or the dog has to go lie down and rest. And in general, puppies, they need to sleep. Puppies and dogs, they need to rest and sleep 14 to 18 hours a day, believe it or not. Not many dog owners allow their dogs to do that. They let them go all day long. You have to give an opportunity for your puppy and your dog to sleep as much as possible. That's to rest. Uh, that is very important because sleep is a healthy activity. Unlike the idea of people having this thing that no, we have to work and be busy all the time. Unlike that, dog owners just reflect their own lifestyle to their dogs. So if I'm busy, my dog has to be busy as well. No, dogs have to be resting a lot, and we as a human being also need to rest a lot. We don't rest enough. We're always on the go,
Relax.
and we don't relax much. And one of the reasons that you saw that my channel has slowed down and I haven't been posting videos or haven't been very active on my channel is because I made that life altering change in my life, that I went from a busy lifestyle to a slow lifestyle so I can relax and take it easy. So focus on that. Focus on, not allowing your puppy to go all the time. Rest as much as possible. Even if you have to force your puppy to learn to rest and put him in a crate or something for it to rest, you have to do that. You have to teach your dog to rest. One of the studies that one of my friends, who's a researcher, did in Bali, and I made a video about it as well, is that those street dogs, the dogs who live on the streets, they were not doing much during the day. They were just literally chilling and resting and lying down. They were hanging around. They were they were taking it easy, living an island lifestyle, resting. And we have to learn from them and do that too. We not only for ourselves but with our dogs as well. So don't do too much with your dog. If you do too much, you're putting more fuel to the fire, and you're stressing your dog as well. And the number one reason why dogs are misbehaving is because of stress. If your dog is stressed, if your dog is misbehaving, understand that your dog is stressed. And the reason they're misbehaving is because they are communicating to you that I am stressed, I need help, I need an environment and situation and condition to rest, to relax. I'm too stressed. You are doing something to your dog that is causing it to get stressed. So that would be my tip. Provide proper exercise, do some mental stimulation, which is training, do some socialization during the day so your dog gets that stimulation of socialization with other animals and dogs and environment and people, and you're providing proper care, I'm sure, and I'm sure you're providing enough affection as well. So focus on providing, maybe, improving the one and two, exercise and training. And Gianfranco says that makes sense. Back to basics and find a balance for him and his breed. Yes, very interesting about not overworking or overstimulating when they don't work as sled dogs. Thank you very much. You are welcome. I hope that made sense. I'm sure that it did. Yeah, I'm sure it did, and I'm glad that you got something out of this. And thank you for the question. All right. Yeah, Tracy says, thank you. This answer has been helpful to me too. Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm glad that, yeah, it applies to all dogs and all breeds. It doesn't just apply to certain breeds or certain type of dogs. It applies to all dogs. All dogs in general operate the same way. What the breed does, it just enhances part of this formula. So what I mean by that is a lab, for example, or a golden retriever needs a lot of socialization. They are social butterflies, right? They just want to socialize with everything. They love everything. Beagles too. Beagles are very social dogs, right? Whereas, let's say husky or um, border collie, you're emphasizing on exercise and training a lot, but you're still following the same formula. If you have a boxer, for example, you are emphasizing on training. They need a lot of mental stimulation. If you have bulldog, you're focusing on care. Yeah, they need, yeah, most bulldog owners, they don't realize that they need to provide a good, healthy diet for that bulldog in order not to put on too much weight, so they have a hard time moving. And if you improve the care and health of that bulldog, then you can exercise it properly, you can do training properly and socialization. But if you don't provide proper care for that bulldog, for example, then they become lazy, they don't want to go for a walk, and then you say, I can't train this bulldog either. I don't want to go anywhere, don't want to do anything, because they are overweight and they're not cared properly. So again, every dog has to have all these 5 daily essential needs. The only thing that changes when it comes to breed is what does that breed is bred for, and what do you need to emphasize on a little bit more than the other parts than, let's say, different breed that you have, right? And I hope again that made sense.
For the courses.
The last thing that I just wanted to share with you is if you want to work with me and if you want to have a dog who's well behaved and uh, is listening to you and is your dream dog, I have a program which is called Perfect Dog Plan. It's a 60 plus video and lesson program. You get one on one coaching with me. It's a lifetime program support, and it never expires. We have a private Facebook group as well. I have many students who have been very satisfied and happy with it. The difference of this program is that first of all, you're using play and praise and no treat dog training system. You have lifetime access to the program. You get weekly coaching calls with me one-on-one. Any questions that you have on, we have on weekly coach Q&A sessions that you can ask your questions. And we have monthly workshops as well regarding any issue that you have. And I've been, a dog trainer for over 16 years. So I have worked with thousands and thousands of dog owners and dogs. So I know exactly what you're going through, and I can help you simply by using this online program. All you have to do is set up a free call with me. It's a video call. We talk when we find out if you're the right student for this program. If you are willing to work and do the work that I'm going to ask you to do, then you can apply for the program and you can join the program. Again, it's called Perfect Dog Program. The link will be on the description area of this video. All you have to do is just book a free call to see if you are qualified for this program or not, if I'm right instructor and coach for you. And if everything goes well, then you can join the program and work with me one-on-one for lifetime. You get videos, you get one-on-one coaching calls with me, you get weekly, monthly workshop, you get weekly opportunities to ask questions and interact with me as well. So if you're interested, just click on the link in the description area, and I'll also put the link in the chat area if you want to go ahead and learn more about it. It is in the chat area now. Hopefully you had fun during this session. I hope you learned something.
There's one more question.
Oh, there's one more question.
This is style.
This is slide. Yes. Any advice on who to get my dog to bond with my husband? How to get my dog to bond with my husband? Our dog came to us from a rescue 5 months ago, and he and I bonded right away, but he's still very nervous and fearful around my husband. So I think the reason the reason your husband and the dog are not being able to bond is because probably your husband is busy with life and doesn't dedicate time to, interact with your dog, with your new dog. Let me share the screen one more time with you so you have an idea what I'm talking about. So when it comes to, creating that connection and bond with the dog and having that good, well-behaved dog, you have to provide these 5 daily essential needs, as I said. So your husband has to also get involved with exercising that dog, training that dog, learn to socialize that dog, to socialize with that dog, maybe provide the feeding too. Maybe your husband should be feeding mainly to the dog, so the dog starts connecting that. And then your husband also needs to share affection with that dog at the end. But mainly, I'm sure your husband is just sharing, just sharing affection with that dog, hoping that that dog is gonna bond with it. But especially rescue dogs, they lack confidence, they lack trust, they don't trust anybody. And the reason this dog is connected to you first is because it has learned to attach itself to somebody and then get cues from that somebody. So this situation can be solved if you help each other. So you have to help your husband and you have to help your dog. Your husband has to help your dog and you as well, and your dog is going to start connecting with you. So you have to motivate your dog that has started to bond with you, and have that communication that this husband is good too. You can connect with that husband, and your husband has to be involved with the dog more than just affection. So training is something that it makes the dog to trust and connect with the human. Uh, so what I mean by that is, let me see if I can show you an example. I'm going to present, let them to do. I'm over here and ask the dog to jump and come and get it. Hurry, jump! Jump, get it, yes. So activities like this, right? Me playing with a dog and working with a dog, it makes the dog to trust me more. So playing and training it is something that will help the dog to bond with the human. um, you can play a lot of games. I have a lot of videos on my channel that you can watch and learn how to play with the dog. um, just looking for an example of a play session that you can kind of, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. So basically, that's what I want to suggest you to do, is to get your get your husband to get involved with playing with your dog. That playing, um, it will help the dog to start connecting more with the human. So for example, in this scene I'm showing, this is a training session I have with Annie, for example. This itself, training also will help the human to connect with the dog, and the dog will feel more comfortable and connected to with the human. um, Using the leash and doing training, doing play sessions, playing with the dog. Let's say if I'm playing this game with the dog, let me show you this. So simply we're just asking, when Harvey gets excited or happy, he barks. Just typical beagle. So I'm going to ask him again one more time to get on the table. Harvey, on. Harvey, up. Good boy. Yes. Again, you can use a chair or whatever. Harvey, on. Harvey, up. Good boy. On. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. So you see, games like this can help your husband to connect more with the dog, and the dog will feel more comfortable to connect. So it's not only just giving treats or sharing affection with the dog that causes the dog to connect. Affection is not. It's playing, exercising the dog, training the dog, using play and praise reward system, and all that will help with the socialization, right? So the dog is going to feel more comfortable to be social with your husband. What is lacking at the moment is that your husband or your dog is lacking social skills with your husband, and that is very common and very normal in the rescue dogs. They don't trust people yet. They don't trust things yet, and they're lacking those skills to socialize, to deal with situations and problems that they have. So in order to help them, again, focus on it doesn't matter again what breed it is, it doesn't matter what dog you have, it doesn't matter if you have rescued a dog or not. In your case, you have rescued a dog, then you have to literally follow this formula by the book, especially if you have rescued a dog. When you rescue the dog, your responsibility goes higher. What I mean by that is, when a human chooses to rescue a dog, what it does, it gives you responsibility that I am going to take care of this dog and I'm going to provide all the best for this dog. I chose to do that. And when you choose to do that, you have to provide all the necessary needs of that dog to the point that makes that dog going from rescue dog to a rescued dog. So you're not saying my dog is a rescue dog. You're saying my dog has been rescued. So you have to remove the title, because you don't want to keep saying that my dog was a rescue dog and that's why he's doing this or that's why he's that, right? Like, my dogs have been rescued too, but I don't say they're rescued dogs, right? They're dogs. I changed their lives, right? I removed the title, right? They became regular dogs. So your task is to change your dog's life to the point that you say, you know what, it's a dog, right? It's not a rescue dog anymore, and it's okay with everything, and it's good with my husband, and all the issues have been erased. And that only happens if you focus on, again, providing your dog's daily 5 essential needs. Yes, wonderful advice. I really appreciate it. And what you're saying totally makes sense. Thank you. You are welcome. I'm glad it made sense. I hope that I'm glad that it helped you. All right. Okay. Any other questions before we end the show? If there's no other questions, we will end the show right here, right now. And please make sure to share this video with the other dog lovers like you. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Please make sure to hit the bell icon as well, so you will get notified, all notifications, so whenever I go live or post a new video. And make sure also to hit the like button as well, so the algorithm of the YouTube will help me to bring the channel up and be more visible to everybody else. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time and your energy to joining me live today. Thank you. And until next time, and until tomorrow, with a new video, have fun with your dogs. See ya.
See ya.